Hello friends and family, people from all over the world. I woke up this morning and I realised today is the 1st of March, pinch punch, first day of the month, 2021, which means it's 12 months since we started this whole lockdown business here in Brussels. Obviously, there was a bit of time last year where people could start travelling again, but it's been very difficult to travel to this city. So I thought for any of you interested in Brussels, what it looks like these days in March 2021, I'd make a little video and show you a little walk down into the centre of town. We're starting here in Marolles, my favourite district, which I've already spoken about in another video, of course. Go have a look at that if you haven't yet. So yeah, here we are. This is Rue des Tanneurs, and over there you can see Rue du Lavoir, which means Laundrette Street, Street of the Laundrette. This is how we recycle here in Brussels, apparently. Usually we just have these bags that we put out on certain days of the week, but I'm not sure why those containers are there. So this is another typical example of Brusselisation. You can see this nice modern building with apartments in next to this one, which looks, dare I say it, different, a little bit Soviet even. How many floors is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, it's too tall to be a Soviet era building. Actually, this part of town, if you go just to the next part of town over, it's called Stalingrad, which I always think is quite funny. This is a lovely street, look. Here's an example of some of the street art we have here in Brussels. You can see there's this cheetah and a woman climbing up. I'm not sure what it's meant to show. Maybe the spirit of Marolles, the way the people around this area, this lovely kind of authentic area of Brussels, the way the people help each other out. If you look over there, just behind it, you can see the Palais de Justice, which is still being built. I remember some of my mates from uni came to visit, maybe 4 years ago now, 2017, so yeah, 3.5 years ago it was. And they said, oh, look at that building, it's got lots of scaffolding on, and 3.5 years later it's still there. I remember there was a meme a few years ago when there was this 10-year challenge thing, and they did the Brussels 10-year challenge as one of the memes, and they had the Palais de Justice looking exactly the way that it does there. Some more street art. This one looks a bit more like a PlayStation game I've been playing recently, maybe. Yeah, it's a bit chilly again today. I've made the same mistake of coming out only in the jumper. The same jumper I was wearing yesterday, actually. I do have other clothes. Here we are. This is like a community centre. Some people inside, socially distanced, of course. Here's another guy with a camera. He's got a much fancier camera than me. Oh, and you might be able to see that train just up ahead, that blue and yellow one. That's the one that goes to Amsterdam, I can tell you. But for some reason they still fly planes. The KLM, they still fly that between Brussels and Amsterdam for some reason. Here we go, still standing for culture. So obviously lots of places, cultural venues have been closed for nearly a year now. And there's this now still standing for culture initiative, which seems to be taking off here. I'm not sure the exact details. Google's your friend if you want to find out more about that, of course. And you see there as well on this door, 200 jours sans théâtre, cirque, danse, musique, sans vue. 200 days without theatre, circuses, dancing, music, all without you. So yeah, of course, you know, it's not only people's businesses and a health situation affected by this pandemic we find ourselves in, but also things like culture. And some of you may debate the importance of culture during a global pandemic, but without culture, are we really human? That's a bit of a question, I guess. Oh, these are some like weird little bird boxes I've seen around. They've got like these green books on the top. I'm not sure what it says in there. Oh, it's written in Dutch. My Dutch is like A2, B1 kind of level, so I can't always read things very well. I can read kind of simple things. Ten slotter, I feel like I should know that word. I've seen that in Dutch fast before. But for some reason they have these little bird boxes. Oh, what's here? Oh, it's like a local government building. Ah, Archives de la Ville de Bruxelles. Oh, so it's the city archives where you can go and learn a little bit about Brussels. Another train. Up ahead. Oh, there's like this nice little bio market over here as well. Bio market. It's kind of like an organic market. I'm never sure if bio actually translates into English as organic. I think it's only open on Tuesdays and Saturdays actually, or something like that. But let's just have a look. If you manage to get to Brussels this year, or you know, in the next couple of years, this is a really cool part of the city to check out. It's away from kind of the tourist centre, a bit more authentic. There's a few things that you can see. Palais du Vin, so you've got a wine palace. Here we go, the former wine warehouse constructed from drawings by the architect Fernand Simons in 1909. Its framework beams and supports is in concrete and iron, while the walls are brick. Well, we can see that. Look at this. Wow, there's like some Portuguese artwork on there as well. And some Spanish writing, La Libertad, la primera nel peligro. Or maybe it's, I think it's a bit misspelt. There's different wines from around Europe, so you've got Malaga, Cognac. Okay, yeah, here we go. So we have a bit more. The Art Nouveau facade bears graffito in timpana, whatever that is, representing the arms of the great wine centres Bordeaux, Beaune, Tours, Anjou, Saumur, Rheims, Porto, Madeira, Malaga. After it has been restored, this group of buildings, along with the former Marchi Ped stores next door, will form a new economic and cultural attraction for the Marolles Quarter. Something to look out for in the future if you choose to come and spend your post-pandemic holidays, if they ever happen, here in Marolles. And here's the organic market I was talking about. Yeah, there you go. It's Tuesday and Sunday. You can come and check out the organic market. Very nice place. We go a bit further down the street now. This railway actually marks the border of Marolles. I know lots of people love their borders these days, so I thought I'd point this one out. You go under this bridge and then you're into, I think on this side we're in Marolles, and then on the other side you're in Brussels centre. I think it's like that, or maybe it's Stalingrad. If you go that way through this one, you're in Stalingrad, but if you go this way, you're heading towards the centre of town. And there's actually a train station up there as well. It's called Bruxelles-Chapelle, but I think it's only open until like 6 o'clock in the evening. I've tried to take a train from there once. If you followed any of my Instagram stories at the back end of last year, I was trying to take a train from there, but I didn't manage to. I'm not really sure why. I mean, I guess there's not really much reason for a mainline station around here when you've got the central station just up behind. Oh, that's the Chapelle that the station's named after. You can see it just there. And that's where we actually ended the video yesterday. If you go that way, then you get to the way we've just come. You go towards Gare du Midi, the south station. That way. Ah, yeah. So here you can see Marolles. So on this side you're in Marolles. I think at this other end there's a sign telling you which part of town you're in there as well. Oh, they've got one of those little mobility scooters as well. Not mobility scooters, what are they called? Electric scooters that you can share with, and then try running people off the road with them. Fun for all the family. Annessen. Yeah, so this part of town is called Annessen. I was completely wrong. Still learning my Brussels geography, even after about 5 years in the city. See, it's always got like kind of an international feel to it in Brussels. You can see there's, for some reason, these apartments here, they've got these shutters which have got Napoli, Lisbon, Madrid, Paris written on the side. I'm not really sure what that's all about, but yeah. Some kind of design thing. Maybe they have similarly designed buildings in those cities, who knows. Some property developer might be interested in that. You know, we're actually coming right in towards the centre of Brussels the further we go. So we're going kind of from, we're inside what's called the Brussels Ring Road, which isn't a ring road around the outskirts of the city, but it's rather a kind of a road in the city centre encircling the very centre, like the classical centre of Brussels, I guess you would call it. Some bikes. Ah, another camera. It's a day for filming today. Bonjour. Bonjour. The people are very friendly in this district, you can see. Maybe not everybody. Okay, let's have a look at what we've got over here. It's like an official sign or something. Ville de Bruxelles, affichage communal réservé à l'administration. Okay, so it's for putting up official notices, and there's this picture of I don't know who, but it looks like he has a kind of Russian hat on. Some official notices are about police notices. Who stops and reads these? No idea. Instead, people have put art over them. Maybe a protest against putting these signs on a nice wall in the city centre. You see, this is a very different Brussels from what you might see on the television. Brussels, it's often mentioned in the news. You might see people talking about the European affairs, or outside these important buildings with the blue and yellow flag, talking about topics like Brexit or immigration. But if you look around in Brussels, there's actually a lot to see away from that. Guess that's what I'm trying to bring to you. Bonjour. See, I told you people are friendly in this part of town. I never really know whether to say whether French is actually my third language, Spanish is my second. So I never really know whether it's acceptable to say salut to people that you don't know. So bonjour tends to be a bit safer, but maybe a bit less friendly, I'm not sure. You should really know this kind of stuff, shouldn't we? Oh, look, rubbish. Lovely. Ah, and I read something today on the Brussels Times. It's like this online newspaper which have been writing a few what people might say clickbaity kind of articles lately. And apparently they're looking to ban Uber in Brussels again, this time saying that Uber drivers shouldn't be allowed to use their phones whilst they're driving, which I kind of agree with. They kind of seem to be taking some kind of dogmatic approach to it. So let's see if Brussels will become the only city in Europe without an online cab taxi ordering service anytime soon. Right, we're coming up to a quite famous site now. Many of you think of Brussels, I'm not sure what you think of. Maybe you think of waffles or fries or Brussels sprouts even. They're all quite little things, and I'm going to show you something else quite little now. You might not expect it walking down this street. It doesn't look particularly remarkable. I mean, you've got this kind of another brutalist kind of building here. Yeah, there's some nice balconies there maybe. Well, you've got one of these modern escape rooms. Doubt they've been having much business lately. But that's not the attraction I want to show you. Although there's a couple of apartments here for rent. Maybe if you want to live next to one of the biggest attractions in Brussels, maybe you want to come and rent an apartment. You can find it on ImmoWeb, which is the place to find apartments in Brussels if you want to move here. You see an apartment, 125 meters squared. No price. I wonder why. Okay, so now I'm about to show you one of the most famous sights of Brussels. One which I first became acquainted with when I was a child. My nan and granddad had one of these in their garden, in their front garden. And it is a little boy having a wee. He's a real Belgian hero, look at him. Lots of people, whenever they come to visit me in Brussels or I'm just showing people around, they always remark that it's a lot smaller than they expected. I'm not sure if they're talking about the statue or something else. Maybe the city itself. But yeah, this is what it's called, the Mannequin Piss. And you can see opposite there's a bar also called the Mannequin Piss, where there is a beer experience. Maybe you can go and check that out. Try some overpriced beer. Oh, something else to be careful of here in Brussels if you come. €1 for a plain waffle, it says there. And then they put out all of these lovely looking waffles, even with a bit of dusted sugar. When it says €1 for a plain waffle, that is literally what it means. If you want a waffle for €1, then it will be a plain one. Any of these will cost you more than €1, so be careful. Ask how much the toppings cost, because you might end up thinking, oh, I'm going to get this lovely €1 waffle, it's so cheap. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a bit of unhealthy dough, isn't it, really? But then when you find out that the strawberries were €2, the Nutella was €1, the sugar was an extra euro, and bananas, you end up paying €6, €7, maybe €8 for a waffle with toppings on. I recommend just having the plain one. And actually, there's two different types of waffles in Brussels. There's Brussels waffle and there's Liège waffle. Liège, it's a city in the French-speaking part of Belgium, towards the border with Germany. And they actually, they're kind of like the more rounded waffles. The Brussels ones are the squarer ones. They're a bit greasier, a bit flimsier. And I highly recommend the Liège waffles if you can find one of those. Maybe I'll make a food vlog where I try different waffles. Okay, so we're getting closer and closer to the city centre now, or Brussels. Souvenir shops, not very busy as you can imagine. Oh, we're actually in kind of the gay district of Brussels. It's a lovely area actually. There's some cool bars around here. Nice place to come out under usual circumstances, obviously. You can see they paint the level crossing in a rainbow colour. Very nice touch. Nice part of town, very liberal. Right. Oh, there's the police. I hope they're not going to tell me off for filming. I'm not sure if that's banned by Corona. I'll just say, they'll say, are you working? You're meant to work from home. I'll be like, well, I can't vlog and show you Brussels just from home. I mean, I guess I could. So here we are, we're coming up now. I won't keep this one as a surprise. We're coming up to the Grande Place. It's the main big square in Brussels. If you've not been to the city, then it's probably the picture you've seen most associated with Brussels. You can see there's another modern building up behind. This lovely kind of gabled building up here. Another example of Brusselisation, I guess. Want to buy a European Union t-shirt? Show your support for the European Union. Lots of merchandise. European passport cover. I used to have one of those, a European passport. Now here's a friendly hotel for you to stay in, the Hotel Amigo. And here we go. I thought it would be nice. It's a Monday afternoon, of course, quite chilly, pretty normal, but Brussels is a city under usual circumstances. Plenty of tourists. You would come here almost any time. The streets that I've been walking down just now would usually on any day be full of tourists, but of course with the global situation as it is at the moment, all very quiet. And so here we are now coming to the Grand Place, the main square of Brussels. Oh, here's, before we go in, this is some statue. I can't remember the story behind it. You should go and do one of these walking tours. I don't want to tell you everything there is to know about Brussels. I need to save some surprises for when you come yourself. But do take part in one of the walking tours. They'll tell you why this statue is currently cordoned off, and it's because people like to touch it. And yeah, I guess you can find out why people like to touch it when you come to Brussels yourself. Bonjour. Ça va les frites? Oui. Maybe not so friendly the closer you get to the centre of town. And here we go. This is, I think it's the main town hall, tourist info office down there. So yeah, town hall. You can see lots of people here in the centre of town. Nowhere near as many as they would be, of course, usually. But a year later, we're still walking around wearing our masks. Yes, these people taking photos. Tourists from other parts of Belgium, I guess. There is a travel ban at the moment, which is why I thought it would be cool to start making a few videos and showing people the city's like, oh, I've not seen this door or this like gate open before. But yeah, here we go. This is the town hall. You can actually see the tower on the town hall it's off centre. It's, I don't know, maybe 10 meters wider on the left than it is on the right, maybe even a little bit more. And rumour has it that the architect who built the tower, who built this town hall, when he realised his mistake, he jumped from the top and committed suicide. No, that's actually a fake story, which I always tell people, which isn't true. It's quite shady today. You can see some people hogging the sunlight over there. A very small strip of sunlight today. Still a wintry chill in the air, despite my inadequate attire. I've never been through here, so let's see if we're allowed through here, or let's see if we are ushered away, told to leave the premises. Whenever I come here, usually there's some kind of event going on, some kind of exhibition or something. Here we go, the Brussels Town Hall. I can tell you a little bit about it. Built around a rectangular interior courtyard, this set of buildings dating from different eras remains one of the major exemplars of Gothic civil architecture in this land. Designed by J. Van Tienen, the first building, L-shaped, was finished in 1421. And a little later, a right wing was added to it. The belfry was adorned with a spire, a masterpiece by J. Van Rooijsbroek, towering at 96 metres. Wow, that's high. Reshaped after the 1695 bombings, completed by a Louis XIV style back wing at the beginning of the 18th century. Yeah, I'm struggling to read my Roman numerals there. This building complex has been topped by a weather vane representing St. Michael. It has been subject to many restorations and updates. How exciting. Wow, I've never been here before. Yeah, it's actually quite pretty. Look around. There's some statues over here. Let's have a look. Wow, how lucky, the first time I've ever been here, and I took my camera with me so I can show the whole world through YouTube. This unexplored, uncharted territory of Brussels. Here we got like some cherubs here, something like that. They're on big fish. Unusual. Very strange architecture you find sometimes in this wonderful country. Oh, and you're not allowed to park your bike here. Okay, I won't. Luckily I don't have mine with me. Not sure what's down there. Little break room maybe, who knows. Got to wear your mask, it says, of course, over there. Yeah, there you go. You can see the top of the tower from here as well. I think 3 statues here. Not sure what they're there for. And I was expected to be told to turn around and that I wasn't allowed through here, but apparently I am. You can walk through here past these bright yellow bins. Beautiful. Here's the other statue. Oh, this one's got like a shell in his mouth. This one's hugging a fish. Very fond of their fish. Europeans, well known for fighting over fish. So yeah, let's see what else is going on through here. Maybe this is the back of the Hotel Amigo, the friendly hotel. Got an Uber by here. Yes, there we go, the back of the Hotel Amigo. Well, there's a fountain here with a winged, is that a dragon? Something, it's got a very strange spout on it. Alright. So I think maybe before ending this video I'll show you maybe one more little street which you might not expect to find right in the centre of Brussels. I mean, you walk around Brussels, you expect to see lots of chocolate shops, they're everywhere. You see over here, Belgian homemade chocolates. Closed for some reason on a Monday afternoon. Why are they closed? Because locals don't really go out buying chocolates, it's more something for the tourists, of course. And people with their €1 waffles. Okay, so maybe you've worked out what street we have up ahead. Well, I actually ordered from this place up ahead on Friday night, Plaka. I ordered some Greek beer, a mythos, to celebrate my man Panos's birthday. And also I had a couple of gyros. So you can see just a stone's throw from the Grand Place. I keep trying to call it the Plaza Mayor, but I have to remember I don't live in Spain anymore. This is what we call the little Greek street. There's a few Greek restaurants along here. So you've got Hellas, you've got Plaka, you've got Mykonos. So if you want Greek food in Brussels, Greek street food, you can see these people. Oh, that's like the one I had the other day. Very nice, a bit of white cabbage with some lamb. Beautiful. Got Santorini as well. Served with Belgian fries, of course, so it's a bit of a, you could call it European fusion cuisine. Greek Mediterranean food with Brussels fries. You've got Athens as well, so you've got a selection of about 5 or 6, about half a dozen Greek takeaways and restaurants. And in the summer they usually spill out onto the street, and it's a cool place to come and hang out. A little bit cheaper than other places. Obviously you're in a Western European capital city here, so the eating out can be quite expensive, but these places, they keep the prices fairly reasonable. You know, not Greek prices, it's not like €2 for a gyros, but you might be looking at €4 or €5 for something fulfilling if you're traveling on a budget like I often am. Oh, what street are we on now? I'm trying to work it out. There's like this nice kind of bunting, this natural effects bunting. Maybe it's even real leaves. Let's have a look. Ah, here's another one of those shops I was talking about, where you can buy clothes by the kilos. But here, no, it's fake. Yeah, but it looks good. I think it's fake. You can probably see better than me with my own eyes on the video. A strange penguin in a tie shop. Very strange. Oh wow, what's this? I've never seen this area before. It's like a market. Wow, it's open. I can't believe it. Excellent rings for YouTubers to make their videos at home. I prefer to get out in the world and making my videos. Here we've got beautiful scarves. Genuine watches, very nice. Some more. Interesting shirt. Not sure who'd catch me wearing one of those. Right, it's like I've been transported to a different planet. These comfortable chairs. A smoothie stool. Oh, I've never been in this small shopping arcade before. Didn't even know this kind of place existed in the centre of Brussels. Lots of leather goods. Didn't realise Brussels was so famous for its leather goods. Usually this is what you buy in Europe when you go on holiday to a country like Turkey. Somewhere like that. Yeah, apparently we have a shopping arcade like this in Brussels. Who knew? I didn't. That's why it's cool taking the camera out sometimes, because when you want to show some people on the internet, I guess, different places, it sparks your own curiosity. I must have walked past this little door here hundreds of times, maybe 200 times in my life, and never once gone in there. Not that I bought anything. I don't really buy things. You know, waffle and a coffee, €4, not bad. It's from the Australian waffle shop. Oh, Australian ice cream. For some reason, one of the biggest ice cream brands here is an Australian one. Brussels is filled up with these beautiful squares, beautiful places to sit with your sweetheart or your family. Eat a hamburger from Quick, maybe, like these ladies over here. But very often these beautiful squares have these huge blue and yellow boards, like the flag of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, or St. Lucia, one of those countries. Just put up. So I've actually stayed in that hotel. I stayed there back in 2015, I think. We were popping champagne corks off the balcony for some reason. I can't remember why. Good times though. Maybe this is why. So you can see there's all these little pop marks in the street. People falling over in the street, and I guess this is how they repair it. So this is actually one of my favourite squares in Brussels, but it's not looking its resplendent best at the moment. So maybe this is a good time to end the video and say come back later in the year to see what the square looks like when they've finished these improvements, when all of these yellow and blue fences will be out of the way. So thanks for coming on a walk with me around Brussels today. Signing off now. Bye.